Welcome to the Out There channel live stream 417. I'm watching, I'm waiting, I'm loving ufology.
Hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding love, I'm hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding love,
finding love and hate.
Let fate control your body.
Okay, the dark side, going down to Area 51. Follow me down, people. The follow button. Or the subscribe button. Or both. Oh, I forgot to disable Discord. That's just gonna beep. Well, I probably already had. I didn't hear it though. Alright. Good to be back. CPU slow again. Good to be back. Way slow. I'll see if anyone shows up on Twitch, but I'll re-air it later on YouTube, like I did last time. So, practice run. That seemed to work better that way. Anyone out there with the Out There channel? Welcome to the OT channel live stream 417 UFO updates, corrections, and new stuff. We'll have a look, see what's available. Maybe move on. Let's see how it goes. So, yeah, the sub's not really going up on BitChute. I'm not sure what's going on. Where I used to get almost like 4 a day on average. Just won't get up to 1400. Is that because Tyler's come back and he's taking control of the zombie ufologist out there again? It would be good to put up some of my videos at the truth about Tyler on his channel. See what impact it would do to wake up people. Here comes my voice again. Hang on, let me get a sip. Stupid, isn't it, when your voice goes on you? Just as you start a show as well. Yeah, just pause that. I better do a check on the sound anyway. Pause that. I better do a check on the sound anyway. Sounds all good there. Okay, now I can pause it. Give us a wee bit of CPU back. Okay, so where were we? Unfortunately, there's nowhere to put my drink here. It's got a wobbly base on it. Without getting in the way of the screens. So I have to lean over and put it on the side. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, the subs. Rumble's been shooting up quite quick though. It's been really slow on it though. And even YouTube subs have been going up, but YouTube seems, for every time I get up to plus 10, saps away subs again. It's been doing it's been doing that for months now. Literally 6 months at least, this year at least. But yeah, crazy. So let's go back to this one here. UFO Man's put this up probably the next day after me doing my debunk, laughing at it. And I said it looked like a rebel what do you call it, shuttle model that someone was using, but it seems someone has found the original video, and thus everybody else is now claiming they debunked it. I debunked it from the start, saying it was hoax, but I only tried to guess what it could be that we're seeing. But here, once we get the original footage up and running, you'll see exactly what it is. So let's just play that. And you can see it's a lot better quality too. No surprise there. Is it playing? I keep pushing the play button. There we go. It's a lot better picture of the earth below with the city lights at night time. Or early in the morning, probably. Still a wee bit... Look, it's being filmed on a TV. But it's still better than normal. Aha, we see the Klingon, well, whatever, the model. And there we can see exactly what it is. It has got a square bit there. I see it's definitely being filmed off a TV. It's definitely got a post coming down. But it looks less like the model now, but just wait as it goes up. Sounds like he's got a fire alarm battery low as well in the background. But there you go, as part of the space station. Who would have thought that astronauts would solder on or weld on a Star Wars Rebel shuttle onto this platform. It's just trying to work out what it could be, though, of part of this International Space Station. Is it the robot arm that's sort of bent up? I think it might be, is it? Sort of comes down. I suppose I should have really checked. Space station, let's see if you can see that in pictures. I so wanted to be the Rebel cruiser. Rebel shuttle space station. I'll just do that. Let's see, we got some distance shots here. You can see they've got a lot of bits and pieces sticking out all over the place. Whereabouts is the observation deck? It's over here, isn't it? Over here, and this little thing hanging down, isn't it? And they're probably looking at that bit down there. Down there. Let's see. Could be there. So the robot arm sticking down. Here we go, robot arm. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just put in observation deck. There you go. So it kind of looks like Star Wars, even with the deck, right? Once they're looking upwards, looks a bit like was that the Death Star portal? So yeah, and they got something else on top. Oh right, they got some sort of shield that protects the top circle. Well, looks of it. And how'd they protect the other ones? Must have something slide up from below, I guess. Oh no, here they are. Here's the flaps for these windows here. Look, all these are flaps. They simply hinge up, close up above the window, and there's one for the top. I suppose if they get a meteorite shower or something, backup precaution. But yeah, we want to see what they see. And we want to see whereabouts they are from a far away shot. We're not going to get it. So she's so it's looking down at Earth, even though when they show it in the pictures above, it looks like it's looking upwards, but it's actually below, looking down at the Earth that direction. So that means it's got to be underneath the space station. It's got to be down here somewhere. Unless I still think it might be over here. Over here. You can see there's a lot of space station above in that case. And a lot of it's on the side and below. I suppose it depends which way they angle their camera, right? Which window. You gotta remember they're 4 panes thick, these things. Plus they've got special lids that come down, as we can just saw in the other picture. Okay, what have we got here? So looking downwards, but there are like little skinny bits above them here, look. Triangle bits. But I think there's a robot arm there. Robot arm. I wonder if we got diagram. Diagram. Here we go. Oh god, there's a lot to it. Which one's best to look at? We just want to see observation deck, and it's very cluttered. Soyuz, Destiny. So it's all various ships clipped together there. Harmony. Mobile radiators. Can't see. Observation deck. Is it on that one? And that one probably will have it. But it's damn small. Let's try that one. JPM. Let's see on that one. It's bound to be on this one though. Oh, I won't be able to read the writing. It's bound to be on that one. We need a wall chart for that, don't we? Then break it into bits. Japanese experiment module. That's where they started building up slowly. Okay. Just keep adding bits on. But where's the deck? Where's the deck? It's called a cupola. Cupola. Maybe because of the circle thing. There we go. Cupola. Maybe it's the keyword I need to type in then. Got to use their terminology. Okay. So, it is underneath, but it's also on the side. There's the robot arm above. It's not the best of pictures. See if I can get the cursor back. There's the robot arm above. There's the observation thing. That looks like it's not looking downwards. Unless we're not seeing it very well there. So it could have been part of the robot arm then. It forms that V shape. Let's see if we can find a bit of drawing. Cupola. Okay, we've got some decent drawings of it, but we want it on the space station. How it's mounted on the side or underneath. Holy moly, even more complex diagrams. Can we see on that one? There it is here, mentioned, cupola. But I don't see it. Where's it going to? I'm confused now. The dotted line's going to the other side, isn't it? That's not the best diagram either. Damn it. Oh. How about this one? This one looks messy. Coloured. Oh dear. Can you see it? I'll see if I can zoom in more. Can't read the writing. Well, there's a robot arm. We knew it was a robot arm above it. So it must be here. Must be here near the robot arm. How many robot arms have they got though? Oh, they've got quite a few robot arms. They've got one up there. And they've got one there. That looks like observation deck at the bottom there. That one's got more of a triangle arm to it. Is that the observation deck there? And the robot arm up here. But I thought it might be this one up here. There's another robot arm. If I can get my cursor back. Robot arm here. Is that the observation deck there? But I got a feeling it might be the other one. Come on, come on. No, I just can't get. Maybe if I save it. Save that sucker and do some image work on it. Yes, still interesting. We're still going to learn from this. It's all about understanding at the space station so we don't get caught out on these silly little videos. Oh, that's better. Hey! Now we got it in a proper editor. Pressurized Maton adapter. I didn't know they're doing sex rooms up there. Remote manipulator arm. Oh, that one looks like it's got some tools for sexual mating. Russian air deck dock. Here we go. Capella. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Definitely underneath. I thought it was here because it looks similar, right? Before. And it's pointing downwards, and there's the robot. No. Looks like it's like suspensions above. V-shape suspensions. So that's got to be what it is then. There's no gravity on this, obviously. You can see this one's standing that way, that one's upside down. But we saw other photographs where she was actually standing on the window, wasn't she? So that camera must have been pointing this direction rather than down. And it must have caught just the top of this thing above. Actually, there is a robot arm there. Okay, so if it was forming that way, if that was folds back up, so it could be that, or it could be the robot arm. Right, so if they're filming that way, and they caught just underneath of that there as it's folded up. Okay, that makes more sense. Because it didn't look like a suspension thing. What do you call it? Shock absorber between modules. It's amazing how they clumped all different ships together from different countries just to make it all fit. Each country could launch up one connecting to a good diagram. It's one of the better ones I've seen. Should keep that, but we probably need it again. Space station. Diagram. So that one's been put to rest finally. You can see how they blur it and they cropped it just to make it look more like something unusual, like a mothership. and I'll just put it in a folder here. And I'll just copy it here as well as in the folder for today. Done. So move on to the next bit, I guess. Also comes in handy when you're trying to work out angles. You know, the city lights passing by looks like spaceships or satellites. So yeah, robot arm. It has to be robot arm, doesn't it? Just a part of the bay, as we know, passes along here, and there's another connection point over this way to other modules going downwards, which we don't see. So it's a robot arm. Now it's a bit clearer, we can see that. And it looks like the rest of the arm goes upwards here. And not Ren's let's see, what was it? Ren's Rebel shuttle. That's what it looked like. I think it was Ren's. Ren's. Should have got some pictures. Star Wars. I've got the wrong name, have I? Thought it was Ren. That one there. Kilo Rens. Kind of looked like that, didn't it? With the wings further apart. Where does the wings go? They fold up, do they? Assault. Rebel. Lego. So this looks a bit like that. Or like this one. About the middle fin. Sort of got the right angle and the thickness of the wings, depending on what angle you had it on, right? That's why I thought it was that. But now, at least you see the original, see that? And this idiot here, he hasn't explained it at all like I just did. It's kind of trying to be credible, right? When they know they're not. What they do is they build up their channel on deception, and then they're trying to say they've changed their ways, right? Without having to start the channel over again with credibility, which is what they should have started from the beginning, like I have.
Vamos a ver, ahí, ¿qué es eso? A ver, ahí vemos algo. Ah, Chihuahua.
Yeah, so they've cropped it here on purpose. You can see the thickness changes on the near one. Depends, like it almost looked like the model, right? Well, at least we know now it's a robot arm. But yeah. That guy loves his models there. There wouldn't be any room in my bedroom if I had lots of these things as well. I got old tech and all sorts hanging around and containers and stuff for hardware modern. Yeah. He says debunked, but he doesn't show you how it's debunked. After more research. Yeah, after watching my episode and then finding the original video, or someone actually sent him the original video, like someone sent me. Why don't you just include it?
Bien, el motor. Pero vean el tamaño. Me voy a alejar.
Sounds like a Klingon.
Vean eso.
Are you stupid to believe
tiene
this
motor
video?
abajo.
Guess that bit hanging down, we didn't actually see it in this one though, did we? Must be some sort of knuckle. There we go. And it is very close up of it. Some sort of bolt. Maybe they use that for different things, like they don't want the full length of the arm, so they use that end to bolt a satellite on or something, maybe. Maybe it's got a welding tip on it even, so it could be a welder. So they can do a robot arm with a welder on the knuckle there. Anyway, enough is enough on that one. And have a read of the comments here, it's just hilarious. It takes integrity, yes it does. That's why you watch my channel, not this idiot. Bravo UFO man. And it makes you wonder if they came clean if it wasn't for me. Because I got told off by someone, who was it? Ron said I was drunk or something. So I'm not allowed to laugh and joke and take the piss out of other UFO channels because it's putting up garbage. Because everyone thinks I'm drunk. In this field, you gotta have a sense of humour. I think this is what people think is entertainment, laughing at these idiots. So they don't realise they're being laughed at, not laughed with. That's the difference. Good video, UFO man. There's nothing worse than someone trying to pull the wool over people's eyes. Well, UFO man clearly is. He built his channel using old Tyler's deleted videos, for Christ's sake. Go and watch my documentaries on him. He's a fraud, just like the rest of them. Why do you think it's fake? Yeah, that's exactly it. He hasn't pointed out reason it's fake. He just said it's part of a space station and didn't show you. Really crappy editing. Good on you, Tim. Didn't clarify anything. I'm just trying to do a damage control. Can you find a clear picture of what it actually is? Well, watch the Out There channel he has. I can't reply because he's blocked me. Because I'd say, yeah, go and check out my episode and you'll get the answer. And he didn't like me doing that. Your breath of fresh air. Yeah, like a farting pig. These people are stupid. Thank you, UFO man. Still, I don't see how that is attached to the International Space Station. That's because he didn't show you. Like, we didn't understand it either. Until you actually see how they mucked around with the image so badly. Good job. How could it have stayed in place to view it? So these people have to understand how the space station is assembled and where the cameras are. And the cameras are inside the viewing bay, not outside, in special covers like security cameras. They aim it through the cabins. I'm sorry, I don't think so. Where's this one come from? See, he only puts loves on the ones that suck up to him. Anyway, 10 downvotes on it, so they didn't like his debunking. So what garbage does he put up today? He pumps them out, doesn't he? News clips. Government leaning towards extraterrestrial. George Norrie states UFOs are most likely angels, is it? Extraterrestrial or... what's the rest of the sentence say? Can't quite get it. Extraterrestrials or extra dimensionals. That's a new buzzword. What's this one saying? Probably the same. UFOs are the threat, or is it disinformation? Well, clearly they're a threat, aren't they? If they're flying around all the time and abducting people. Although people said they got permission from the US government to do that, as long as they got some information and technology back the other way. How would the aliens do that though? If you gave humans the same speed and invisibility and defense capabilities as you've got, they can then take you out and stop you abducting people. So yeah, it kind of doesn't make any sense that. What part of technology would they've got from aliens? Fiber optics and faster computers? Don't think so. There's something not quite right with this whole story. But anyway. Enough of UFO man updates. Let's see. There was some other stuff going around, wasn't there? Alright, SecureTeam did something yesterday. We'll have a look at his and go through his. Third phase, let me just check them. Might not get on to MUFON stuff again at this rate. How we going? So where do we get to? This one here. So the ban one, have they come clean on? Probably not. So let's have a look, see if they have. Third phase made a joke of themselves.
Frontline of what's going on in
so let me just check the volume. Sometimes they're too loud, too quiet.
regards to the phenomenon happening around the world. This is Blake Cousins, along with my brother Brent. We're going to be going over incredible videos of government militarized test explosions, including something that...
Okay, so Black Vault put out that first of all, I think. Test explosions, quite big explosions at sea next to aircraft carriers. This looks like a helicopter. Whoosh, right next to an aircraft carrier here. I suppose they're seeing how much it can take, I suppose. Doesn't look like there's anyone on board. Doesn't seem to do much. How about right underneath it? I wonder if they'll do that. That would be pretty cool. Oh, look at the power in that. That's like the New Zealand earthquake. Of course, the water absorbs a lot of that energy and then turns it into a tsunami. Do we see the second?
So you're looking at the U.S. Navy aircraft.
So this was obviously cameras on the actual aircraft carrier. Must have been some people on there.
Carrier. The USS...
Because you could hear them counting down.
Gerald R. Ford. It completes the first scheduled explosive event of a full ship shock. Trials are underway in the Atlantic Ocean, and it started June 18th. So these shock trials of this new ship, trying to understand the explosives and the vulnerabilities to these command state warships. They continue to test these and wonder if they reach their requirements.
I wonder how many fish in that. You know, that'd be a good way to go fishing. I wonder if they scooped up all the dead fish and fed some starving people.
Underneath the harsh conditions they might encounter in battle. Let me tell you, this is crazy stuff, because we're looking at it and you can imagine that there might be some marine life issues here. Just listen up to this.
It's going to put a pulse through the water for a while. Probably scare the shit out of the fish anyway. Let's carry on. So if they had those underwater and led a UFO triangle into a trap, they could blow it up and capture its technology. Maybe that's what they're planning. Maybe they know that follow them underwater and have it lead them into a trap. Be like one of those sci-fi movies. Interesting though. Well, it might be to try and prove that it's these underwater drones by Russians or Chinese, and if you blow that up in a trap, you're going to capture some of their technology and prove it. What's this? Looks like a video CGI, is it?
And we know exactly what it is. Are they trying to make this as the new military industrialized complex just to create this military machine? This is the money that they're...
I think my theory is a lot better. I think they're trying to capture these things and annoying them. And if you can make the biggest explosion under the water, it could knock out the systems for long enough for capturing them. Especially if it's not aliens, right? Because that's got to put a shockwave through submarines and stuff. Mother of all bombs for underwater. That's what they're working on. Emanations. And
they're stating...
Alright, we
right
just
here
did
at
this
Thirdphaseofmoon
one.
as well.
Yeah, let's just see. They put it up to, did they? And now they're trying to backtrack, is it?
And we're looking at it closer. And thank goodness for the Hidden Underbelly 2.0. He had a lot of guts. He came out and stated after putting up this video, he found out what it was. And that's what we do right here at Third Phase of Moon as well. We put out the evidence and we get our information from the public. Sometimes we get answers, sometimes we don't. But look at this. Everybody's looking.
You need to research it before putting it up, and if you suspect it being fake, you don't put it up on a UFO channel. Because that's what's a part of being the changes. We've changed. Well, they clearly haven't changed. So they're doing damage control here, obviously. I bet everybody's saying, oh, thanks for being honest. Talking about the first bit, undersea explosions. So you can stun fish or slam. A slam on a big flat rock in a string. Yep, there would have been a lot of free seafood for sharks, I'd say. This stuff is so childish, it cracks me up. The government should come clean. Confession is good for the soul. We need Greenpeace ships on the site. Yeah, they get blown up to bits. It could damage the ears of whales. A professional. That's what Blake said in the thing. I didn't play that bit, but yeah, he did say that. A professional on wells. Third phase of me, always making sure we dive safely. Buckle up. Overfishing is killing the planet. Well, humans have got to stop breeding like crazy in some of these countries. Religion is a problem. Religion is always the problem. And people not doing the right thing. How can we get stuff from the internet that's nearly as clear? I'm not sure what they mean. Obviously it was clear because they filmed it off another TV screen, right? And the health and welfare of marine. They didn't actually say thank you for coming clean on that one. Anyway, gotta move on. Moving on.
At this video, and it's being shared all over the major media and all platforms, and they're stating that this is a mothership captured from the ISS. It's interesting. Brett, what was your thoughts when you first saw this video?
Yeah, I was pretty excited that the Hidden Underbelly sent this to us, but then again I was thinking this is beyond imagination, and could this be CGI? And then we figure out this is not CGI, it's actually taken from the International Space Station. And then I'm getting
see, I knew it wasn't CGI. I knew it had to be some model. But because it was so blurred, I thought it may be using a reflection. But no, they just obviously been using Photoshop or Vegas Pro or something with some filters to blur it. And then crop it up here. Like you can see they put a black edge around it.
What the heck is really going on? But I'm looking at the video and you can tell this was filmed from a computer screen. Somebody's filming the screen itself. That's why we're seeing these kind of shaky movements that makes it look like it's captured from within the ISS. But in actuality, is this a person filming this?
Yeah. But you should have said that when you first did it then.
This exposing what this is. Take a look right here.
What is it, Blake? What is it?
There it is.
Because we found out what it is.
Space Station. And it seems that whoever submitted the video to try and make it go viral cut the space station out of the sequence and made it look like there's a massive triangle up there. So You know, there's a lot of people out there trying to pull things off real fast, and I want
But
to
you
thank
haven't
the
said
Hidden
what it is,
Underbelly
Blake.
2.0 for
He figured it
finding
out.
out the true answer. Even though he put it up, he definitely came back the next day
Underbelly
and
is a
revealed
fraud like these guys, all giving each other pats on the back and plugging each other just to try and get the subs, you scumbags. You should have said, see Paul, he had the best explanation of all of yous. Even today, I'm still better than that.
So there were indeed sanitizing methods or pre-planned scripting that was going on during the Apollo program to help control exactly what the public saw and heard. And this kind of censorship during those lunar missions happened a lot more than most people are aware. We're just scratching the surface of that subject here.
Well, that there, of the thing going past, it's just a water droplet that's been debunked so many times. Where's it gone? Now, we did land on the moon because we can prove it. All the artifacts that we see also can be proven to be scratches because they use slides, camera faults because they're experimenting with some of the leading edge technology back then of cameras that went tested in 0G, of course, and that's where the problem started. Sparks, they got electric sparks inside the cameras that caused blue lights and all sorts of other crazy artifacts. And of course, a lot of them were taken with negatives, and then the negatives were scanned and sent by transmission back to Earth and corrupted as well. But where's that thing with the blob? You can never get it exactly right, can you?
Going on during the Apollo program to help control exactly what the public saw and heard. And this kind of censorship during those lunar missions happened a lot more than most people are aware. We're just scratching the surface of that subject here.
Here. This is a ice ball of water close to the camera. That's all it is. And you could say, oh, where is it getting energy for moving? Well, if they fired off some thrusters that you can't see, because it wasn't at the space shuttle. I think it was from one of the STS missions when they fire off those little Rectory rockets, Werner engines, I think they're called. Creates a blast of more water vapor and energy coming this way, so it pushes it in crazy directions and makes it spin, and then it sort of goes meow, looks like it's powered. But also the balls of ice here warm up, and of course they create a ejection of gas which you don't see, which pushes it along as well. So there's two ways they can propel and spin. Gee, it looks like, what is it, some sort of documentary they're making?
The Westall incident is absolutely fascinating.
Sanitized and declassified. Okay, so what bull crap are we looking at here? Space dust. Scratches. That's what it will be. There they go, they're trying to amp up. Saying there's something behind. Which is nonsense. There's certainly a lot of space dust in the air.
kinds of cool stuff. But reached out to them all, like
Stuff.
Can we seldom see?
Well, nothing more on that one then. I always like laughing at the band. They're playing the same old crap over. Plug for money. That's what it's all about. Is that what they put up? There was nothing about the multiple sightings from Mexico, was there? That it's a hoax. So again, Paul leads the way there on the truth, as usual. There was a big debate with Mick West yesterday on a platform. I can't remember what they were called now. But even they didn't know if it was real or not. But Mick West said it sounds like the Jerusalem one from Israel. And sure enough, he was the closest by just saying that statement, because that was done by film students faking it from different angles. But they did a better job, I think, than this latest one. Let's go back and go over. Oh, I didn't see you there. Here we got 3D. How long you been there? 3D Primer, Star Wars Dark Order type. He must have been down there. I was zooming in and looking around. What's up on Triangle? Gone. Oh, what happened there? I clicked. Silly. What's it say? What's up on Triangle or International Space Station? As far as I know, there's not much happening up there. They're probably doing their regular experiments on food growth. You know, they'll be seeing how things grow in zero gravity. Probably for moon bases and Mars bases to come. Probably be testing out various products as well. New space suits. That's the sort of thing they do up there, isn't it? It's a good question, though. What do they do daily on space station? The crew spends their day working on science experiments, bingo, that require their inputs. They also monitor experiments that are controlled from the ground. These astronauts also take part in medical experiments to determine how well their bodies are adjusting to microgravity and long periods of time. Don't know if there's any more on that. Suppose they've got to do exercise too. I wonder who cooks the meals. I suppose it's all pre-made, is it? Do they have regular meals up there? Do they eat regular meals? I don't think they probably would. It'd be all pre-made, wouldn't it? Like TV dinners. I'm not going to do the cooking tonight. One of you lazy astronauts can do it. Do they eat regular meals on space station? I suppose it's all baby food. Here we go. There are 3 meals per day plus snacks. They can be eaten at any time. Assuring astronauts receive at least, quite a lot of calories there. 2,500 each day. Foods taken into space planned by the mission team and often chosen from a menu. Pre-planned, but are they pre-made? I suppose that means pre-made, does it? I suppose you can't really see that picture. Let's choose from many types of food such as fruits, nuts, peanut butter, chicken, beef, seafood. Yeah, but is it regular food though? Or is it like baby food? Available drinks, tea, orange, coffee, fruit punches, lemonades. What, no Coca-Cola? Damn. Can you eat normal food in space? Astronauts do the same thing when they go to space. They prepare food dependent on their type. Some food in space can be eaten in their natural forms like fruits and brownies. Other foods require adding water like freeze-dried foods and dehydrated drinks. They could give us some pictures of it, I guess. Hey, they got a pizza. Looks alright. What the hell's that? Is that one of those Mexican wrap things? Doesn't look like normal cooking to me though. They got orange tomatoes, whole tomatoes. I think there's an onion floating around there. Well, at least it's not baby food. But it does look like it's like pre-made. Oh, there's a baby food one. Now in little packets. So it's all pre-made by the looks of it. Plies. That's the way to go, man. Eat the pies. Or is it some sort of funny shaped burger? Bread. What have we got there? Bread, potato, and mince or something. Oh, right. Burger. It must be a burger then. Can of drink there, is it? Doesn't say what it is though. Here we go, more snacks and packets. Just tomatoes. What's that? Maple syrup for pancakes, I suppose. Piece of cake. Yeah, but I haven't seen them cooking it. I suppose they squirt some water into some of them and stick it in like a microwave. That's another thing. Is it microwave or do they have conventional heater too? And pizza, you want to probably bake it, wouldn't you? Take it out the wrapper and put it in. Biscotti bolognese, is it? That's how it comes. Making me hungry looking at that. It's still interesting to find out this stuff. There's a lot we don't know, really. I was meant to look at Secureteams stuff now. I know he did put out a live show yesterday, and it was full of BS. Let's check UFO interest first. Would be nice to have a food at least for tools. Replicator. Yeah, I don't think they got the replicator working yet, where they take up carbon and water and and gases and say replicate a sandwich. Maybe one day it will happen, who knows. I suppose you have to pull apart what meat really is and have artificial meat. Would it be the same though? Certainly would change the world, wouldn't it, if you didn't have to kill animals and plants? Anyway, it's just another thing to consider, how the future would be. It'd be like 3D printed food, I'd say, where you put all your different atoms in and then it just prints out a burger. But it could be like 1,000 years away for that sort of stuff. But they have got food printers, or have been over this before, with 3D printers. And they can actually put cream cheese in one of them. Some artificial meat, I think. It's grown in the lab using stem cells. So actually meat that sort of grows like muscle tissue. And it has the same enzymes and proteins, and it tastes exactly the same when it's heated up like a barbecue. So the thing heats it up and squirts it out. Bread, I can't remember how they did that. I think it's like a pancake mix, and it squirts it out on a hot plate, and it forms like a pancake type bread. Then it squirts the cooked meat on and some hot cheese on top. Some people say it tastes alright, so who knows? So that's what they're doing now. You never know what's in the future. It can only get better. At least we won't, perhaps we'll get the Chinese away from eating bats and dogs. They're the things that they shouldn't be eating. And spreading viruses to the rest of us. But it wasn't them. Well, look at all the fake news around it all. Now the truth coming out. It was definitely come from China. All the cover-up that's going on. So what do we got here? Here are some of those Indian videos showing military flares. Okay, so I'm not too sure what videos he's talking about. Oh yeah, it looks like a plane dropping a line of flares, parachute flares. So who's put, what UFO channel's putting that up? Is it on newspapers? Many Indian residents shared several videos about alleged UFOs sightings. Okay, they're all trying to make a bit of money out of it, aren't they? Indians are good for doing that. They know how to make money. As I said, here's a campaign with a comparison with a chopper taken with a long exposure. Yep. Tyler put out a few of these years ago, where it had a beam of light coming down, which was the search beam with the helicopter as well. Said it was a UFO when it wasn't. So there's not much there on Scott Brando's page at the moment, and we covered that last time, so we're all caught up on him. So we could probably do SecureTeam now. So he put out this live stream yesterday, but he's edited it, which gets rid of the side comments as soon as you edit the video. Stupid Google can't work out how to chuck the comments in that time frame out to keep it in sync. It should have an option, always show chat even if you edit it. And just have a warning it's going to be out of sync. You see how many comments he was getting. He had like 4,000 watching him. It's just crazy.
To the left, you'll see all these different...
So... look how much views he got since airing it. He started a live stream pretty late. I think he started around about now yesterday, which is late for a lot of Americans. And he still managed to get 4,000 on. I think he was trying to aim for UKers, because a lot of UKers follow him because of the newspapers over there promoting him all the time. which I think he had a deal with the reporters there to give him some extra cash for Christmas if they helped him promote his nonsense. Plus, it gave him some easy articles to write. Yep, what do we got coming up on the comments here? Do you happen to know the UFO detector for, or somehow like that, printed circuit board? There's no such thing as a UFO detector, as far as I know. People would have better radar laser detectors. There'd be more reliable measurements. Well, radar uses microwave, right? I don't think anyone would be happy with a radar on top of your house transmitting microwave pulses, because it would interfere with the cell, because the cells use microwave and their signal would be a lot weaker. The only way they can detect with these sky hub, as it's called, UFOs, is they just check the capture with the last frame and see if there's anything moving in it, and then it zooms in on that, and it hooks onto the internet and uses the applications which no one does that submits into third phase, and third phase don't use them, but the applications is Flight Radar 24, and they see if there's a plane at that altitude and direction. Simply holding up your smartphone, it's got all the sensors in it, and it knows the compass bearing, GPS and all that, and it can approximate, overlay the flight path of a plane that should be in that sky at that location. That's how it works. So they just build that into the Sky Hub, so it automatically rules it out, and then it goes through everything, and it'll pop up and say this is a plane or this is an unknown, because it wasn't detected on any of the software. They got Heavens Above for tracking International Space Station. But the problem is some of these applications rely on the internet, and if the internet gets interfered with, UFOs tend to do that, then it's got no way of checking real time whether it's a UFO or plane, and it also can knock out the cameras. UFOs are known to knock out cameras, right, if it gets too close. So all you're going to see is blobs in the sky still. You're not going to get any HD quality up close UFOs because somehow they interfere with our technology. From talking with MUFON investigators and stuff, people on boots on the ground mostly. It's just people yourself. The human brain, you can't replicate a human brain into a computer at this stage. Intelligence is getting better. You can program intelligence in to do checks, mundane checks and multiple things at the same time that a human can't do. That would be handy, have some sort of app on the phone that does all those checks for you, just the same as a Sky Hub when you hold it up to the sky, and tells you it's not a plane, it's not a satellite, it's not a planet, not a piece of junk, space junk coming down. We had to connect all the different databases. There's also a radar system for meteorites, real-time meteorites. They do it with sound, RF, ultra high frequency, and it makes returns back a sort of a funny sound, which they can convert into a size of a object, which is like a crude way of doing radar, but it's using radio waves instead. Instead of using microwaves, it's using radio waves. Less energetic, I guess. Human brain can do a lot, but you're only limited to two hands and one phone, and the phone's not the best camera either. So yeah, eventually technology will get better and better. Eventually it'll be so cheap to have night vision in the phone as well as infrared, FLIR. So you can have all three cameras, you know, normal vision, low light, color vision, night vision, as well as forward looking infrared built all into the phone. Eventually it will happen. And then we might actually get some real evidence, you know. You got three different camera views of the same thing in the sky. You can get a lot of information from that. Obviously, how much energy it's reflecting, how fast it's moving. I suppose they could translate from night vision to regular vision and use it like a stereo eyes and calculate the speed and exactly how far away it is rather than it being two-dimensional. But really they need to do 3D regular vision, 3D night vision. It should have those options as well. So who knows, possibilities in the future is going to be amazing. And it probably only cost $1,000, you know. Do you happen to know if UFO detector, what else we got? If people would have better radar laser detectors, there'll be more reliable measurements. Yeah, I think you could do it with cameras, but you need to have all those high spec cameras. Our eyes are pretty crap. So if you watch my episode, if you want to learn about the cameras, well, we're talking about cameras. This episode here, different types of cameras for sky watching. Go back and watch that one and see how you go. Yeah, so what's he doing here? Is that the right video? Wasn't
Down
right.
the volume.
Yeah.
Alright, I turned it up.
Yeah, here we go.
Down the volume. Alright, I turned it up.
This volume sucks. It's in one ear. And the headset sounds really bad. Let me see. Is he talking? You can just show he's not really good. Why can't we hear him?
Thank you guys for donating, man. This is awesome. Oh, and by the way, as I promised, you guys got to join my...
Okay, that's a bit better. He's got it in stereo now. But it's really low, isn't it?
Instagram. Hold on a minute.
I have to amp it up here so we can hear
Hold
him
this
better.
bad boy up.
Oh, he's turning it up as well, is he? It's probably going to be too loud now.
You guys got to join the Instagram. Alright? And I get it, a lot of people don't use Instagram, but if my channel were to be terminated today, I would have only a few options to get a hold.
Instagram is garbage. I joined it and thought, nah, this is rubbish. Never used it since. His channel get terminated. What a load of cobblers. Can't see that ever happening. Obviously, Lion's Ground, as we found out in episode Corrupt Lion YouTubers episode, that he had signed an agreement to give Tyler full control over his logo, even though it was stolen from an artist in China. Obviously, the money's been passing between the bunker and the hoaxer, or what do you want to call them, which makes them all corrupt in my book. The the best thing would be is Tyler was never able to be gone back on the web at all. Because look what he's doing now. Just creating more garbage. Hasn't learnt his lesson. It does never change. He's arrogant. There's no reason why you can't do an honest UFO channel. I've said this many times before.
Hold of you guys. One's Twitter, one's Facebook, which I have, but one's Instagram where I can post videos.
Facebook should be dumped. It's just a spy network.
Super quick, and I've only got 6,000 followers in a week. It's Instagram.
Only got 6,000 in a week. Where's my 2 million?
.com/SecureTeam Tyler, and I post videos there all the time.
I think we're seeing the true cult following there. 6,000 would be like within the range of his cult following, which would be more closer to 20,000, I would say. The cult following are the people that will believe every single word he says, no matter what other people point out to him that he's a liar, and created fraud videos and hoaxed UFOs. They won't believe it. They're like the Billy Myers out there. Once they're into their favourite fanboy, the critical thinking's gone out the window, and common sense. And they keep throwing money at this guy. And because we ain't got the side chat up, you can't see how much money he was getting, but it's a ridiculous amount of money for just talking bullshit.
You know, promo codes.
And we'll just go through it now.
Shop. So head over and give me a follow, man. Instagram is pretty cool. You can private message me. I can post stuff. It's really awesome. Slow down chat. Dude, I did slow it down to 120. Let me go back and slow it down further. See if that slowed down a little bit. What's up, guys? Oh yeah, so while we're waiting for people to come in, and again, like I said, we're going to be showing some UFO videos that were sent to me. We'll check them out. What did someone say there? Hold up. Hold up. Tyler is a grifter.
He is too.
I'm a grifter. Money
He's a con man. He's a fraud. He's a hoaxer, proven hoaxer, and a damn good liar. And here he is, he's going to make a mockery of someone that's trying to out him. But if they could post links to my videos that show why he's a scumbag in ufology, I think a lot of people would wake up pretty quick.
con. My gosh. I guess when I was doing the channel for 4.5 years straight on food stamps, it was a money con. You guys are, man.
So his very first video was the Area 51 leaker. Didn't have a name. He just called him a guy that used to work at S4 or whatever, you know, like a Bob Lassar thing. And that was back in 2011. And it was one of his first videos he put up with him faking his voice to be someone else. And he made this big long script. It went on for ages. And he got millions of views for it. So that would have made him quite a few $1,000s. Food stamps. If he's on food stamps, then he wasn't declaring what he was earning, and somehow he was keeping it from the government. So yeah, he was living on welfare as well as making some good money off the internet at the same time.
You're too smart. You are too smart for me. I'm not even gonna ban you, man.
He banned me though.
Grifter.
Scared of me. And he banned everybody else that's pointed out videos about him. Not that his cult following would watch him and learn from it, which is a bit sad. But when maybe 20 years time they think, God, I can't believe I gave that guy thousands of dollars. Well, I'm pretty sure he's happy to have your money.
Dude, I love this work. This is a passion of mine. Anyone who knows me.
Work. He calls this work. It's not work. It's like fun hobby stuff, right? Which he's getting paid heaps of money for, unlike me. But of course he's going to like doing this. It's better than getting up at 9 in the morning, a freezing cold morning, or a really hot morning, and working outside, or having to do labour work, or flip burgers for a living. Or take customer calls all day long and drive you batty. Of course it's going to be better doing a show every couple of days and people throwing money at you. Of course he's going to love it.
Knows I bleed alien blood. When I came on the scene, there wasn't anyone.
He bleeds opiate blood, if anything, not alien blood. What a bullshitter.
Like this. I love this work.
Actually, he's lost a wee bit of weight again, hasn't he? He was actually twice the size. So I just wonder if... because he said he's on Twitter he's eating KFC by the bucket load. Doesn't look like it there to me. Unless his body is really screwed up now and doesn't actually process the food properly. I know the pancreas has got the enzymes for processing the food, so maybe not. But normally doing drugs keeps you skinny.
You guys, I wouldn't put so much time and effort into it. And if it was about the money and if I was a grifter, I wouldn't have disappeared for 12 months straight, buddy.
He had to because he went to prison. And he was in and out of courts, worried about whether he's going to be put in prison. And plus he lost upload rights with the logo, so he had to sort out the logo first as well. Plus he had so much money, he was earning $30,000 a month on average from ad money. Not bad. That's like a year's money for, US dollars we're talking about. That's more than a year's money for a lot of people in other countries. It might be alright. It might be average in America. This guy just annoys the hell out of me. And how he can be so condescending, arrogant, like he's untouchable. I think Google is the ones that should be sued over this guy because they enabled him.
Right out. Man, I reset this and it's still going super fast.
Who cares?
I love you guys too. I think he was like defending himself. Please have Bob Lazar on the show. I had him on the show, man. I had him on 2018. Where I used how I do my research.
Con, man.
Anything I can think of to keep you guys entertained. Are you not entertained? Like Jay Williams says. I actually just watched Gladiator last night.
Yeah, we're just.
I talk to him all the time.
So where's all the UFO stuff? It's all about him.
You the man, Tyler. Thank you for everything you do for all of us. Well, thank you guys. Hey, without.
And what does he do for you guys, apart from take your money and sell your wishy-washy fantasies about aliens and UFOs, which is not even true? All his have been mundane, man-made things, because you don't watch me and you don't learn. So frustrating.
Let me shout out my stream link to everyone real quick. Years ago. Alright, there
First video coming up.
Alright, so some strange phenomena there. Sorry if that was super loud.
It was. Yeah, so what? He hasn't pointed out anything. I didn't see anything in there.
Alright, there we go.
Nice clouds, man. So I don't know what.
Alright, so some strange phenomena there. Sorry if that was super loud.
Super stupid.
Shut up. Alright, so some strange sky phenomena there. We've seen it before. See, this is how I go through videos. You know, I don't even know what I'm going to see before I click the link. Sometimes it's strange things in the sky, cloud formations. Other times, people sitting in a room like this young lady here in a conference. You never know. Alright.
What an idiot.
I'm trying not to have this blast and explode your eardrums. Alright, so this is UFO sighting in El Cajon Pass. I suck at pronouncing
Pixel Light
El
UFO.
El Cajon Pass. I'm not sure. San Bernardino, California.
What's the chance there's going to be
6/20/21?
It's going to be a flare.
So let's go ahead.
Or plane, distant plane. Come on. Come on, let's debunk it.
There you are.
Because he's not going to debunk it. He's just feeding people fantasies. Yeah.
You might hear a slight echo here.
Here we go, here we go. We've got some lights. Got a little lights pixel big. 4 lights. Okay, so that's the same as an India one, was it? Is that the India? With the flares dropping. Definitely looks like flares with parachutes on. People get excited by that, don't they,
Bluetooth
nowadays?
headphones on, but it looks like we got a triangular formation here of lights.
No, it looks like they're getting lower to a tree line.
TR3Bs, man, they're everywhere.
3 flares dropped as a TR3B, is it? That's it. This garbage.
Watch. There's no audio. The original video had music over it, so.
What are we looking at? Blurred, out of focus. From an airplane or a mountain?
There's definitely something hovering there. Looks like it's got 3 lights on each end of it.
I mean, look at airplanes. Coming into land. Out of focus.
Heck M, thank you, buddy. Good to see you too, my guy. And again, Bishop, appreciate it, man. No, you're the man, not me.
Spudcam.
Man, so we got something here. Triangular. Typical. I'm going to show you that 1993 video here in a second.
Yeah, I said it looks like a drone, doesn't it? Someone's flying around. We got no idea how big it is. It could be just like the size of your hand with a little LED blinking on top. So yeah, just garbage again. Keep on going.
Second of a very similar TR3B. We got a split screen. Personnel on the ground allegedly said that their ship was being followed by a fleet of triangular craft, which you saw in that video that looked like this.
Yeah, but that's what we found out is bokeh with the lens. It wasn't the shape of the craft. It was stars or also size triangles in the video. And is he pushing core bell stuff again? Huh?
I want to show you a video here, so let's watch it together. And we'll see what you think. All right. So this was posted in 2016.
No, we just saw that one. Oh. I wanted to see what more was going to be said about that one.
Enough of that. Actually,
yeah,
no,
exactly.
not enough of that. We got more to go here.
Damn. We can't get before that. Okay, what do we got here coming up?
Videos. Let's get back to that. I don't know why I stopped it.
Oh, we're back there again. There we go.
Alright, let's pause that. So, this is from the moon. The moon is riddled with artificial structures.
Bullshit.
Why do you guys think that we went to the moon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? It was either 6, 7, or 8 times we went. I can't think right now off the top of my head. And then we didn't go back. We launched the lunar.
Okay, so he's saying it's riddled with artifacts. Well, every artifact I've looked at, all the ones he's pointed out, I've always debunked them by looking up the technical specs, the actual video, the actual frames from the cameras, finding out what the camera mates were, what faults they had on them. But this one here looks like it could be taken through capture window, is it? And that could be just a reflection of the panel behind the cameraman of some of the stashes. It kind of looks like a dashboard there, doesn't it? He's just zoomed in, I guess. But it doesn't look like it's a proper zoom in. It looks like he's mucked around with the colours. Let's see. Can we zoom in? It goes off the edge, damn it. So we know when some of the cameras took a picture, they caused a bit of spark near the lens, which added up these white, blue type lights on the film. But this one looks like it's a reflection to me. Looks like inside the capsule. I don't know if you can zoom on his little pitch there, but we haven't got the original one. Let's see what we see. It's not going to be as good as the original photograph though. I don't think he's even told us the frame number, has he? Oh, oh yeah, that's what we wanted to do. I've actually got to finish off my blacklist there too at some stage. Open. We managed to get him and Third Phase on there, wasn't it? So, well, I was trying to figure out that software, which was quite complex. The word processor, free one. So there's our version there. And there is some white and yellow in it. So it's not going to be as good as his because you got the original. To me, that looks like a panel of blue and red LEDs and maybe some yellow ones. You can bring out the colors, brightness and stuff, and also color swap it if you want. Okay. So there's a lot more in that picture there that we don't see. That could be reflection. Looks like a square thing here and a round bit up here. It almost looks like it's the outcase of the camera itself. And could those lights actually be on the camera LEDs? Let's do a color swap. And you now can start to see what I'm talking about. Definitely more happening in the background here. Okay, it looks like some sort of arm of some kind, doesn't it? Looks like a robot arm there. Looks like pipes going up here to some sort of panel. It's a reflection. Reflection, that's what it is. We can't even see it here, but there's a pipe that's coming up here. Looks like a robot arm. So it's hidden in the darkness there, in different shades of black. But yeah, it does look like a reflection there. You can see little reflections. Let's see. I wonder if there's any pictures of. Does he have any information on those pictures? Don't be silly. That would give it away and make it too easy to expose them. Okay, let's see. Apollo inside capsule. Let's see if there's any pipes and things, if we get something like that. Okay, so we got some image, but whether they'd be color, I would doubt. Okay, what do we got here? Climb inside a ship. There's definitely a lot of pipes and things that look like a reflection. Oh, here we go. Apollo. So that is inside. Okay, so that would be what's behind the cameraman. It's definitely lots of lights, switches there. So that thing going up might have been part of the camera reflection then, as well. Okay, let's just keep looking. Now there are pipes over here. Look, there's this a bit going up. I suppose it depends what angle you're looking from. That's further down here. Doesn't look much room. Oh, here's pipes. Levers. I wonder if we've got any ones with dashboards lit up. Oh yeah, look, lots of pipes there. Apollo 11. That one wasn't on the moon, apparently. Okay, capsule lights panel lit. Let's see if we get something on that one. So that's what's in front of them, is it? Don't know. Doesn't say. Oh, that would be what's in front of them. All the other stuff would be behind them. Yeah, lots of things there could go wrong. Look at all the switches and things. So there's a close up of the switches. But are they lights? Must have lights on them. So they know which ones are turned on. Be good to see some blue lights and stuff. Poly capsule, poly panel, blue lights. See if that comes up. What the hell's that? Ah, that looks like the thing that we saw in this picture. What's that? Lights for Lego Lunar Lander. No, it won't be that then. What's that? That's on the outside again. It's not going to be that. Unless it's a camera mounted outside. I suppose it could be. But then why would the camera be filming through glass? Yeah, I think it'd have to be inside an orbiter. Anyway, no pictures that we could use. Poly panel reflection, maybe. So it comes up. Yeah, it's all going to be black and white. It's no good to us. What's that one? What did this here? Something fell off the computer. Right. Might have to check later. Still working on it. Yep. Yes, I thought that'd be the problem. Most of it be black and white photographs. Oh well, yeah, it kind of looks like it's going to be a reflection of a panel to me. Or something on the camera itself.
Reconnaissance orbiter, which is what it's called. Reconnaissance is a military term, people. Because we wanted to know what was on the moon, specifically the dark side we never see. There's no other moon in our solar system like our moon. No other moon. None of them.
So he said reconnaissance orbiter. So that's where the image is probably from. Reconnaissance orbiter. And cameras. Let's see how they're mounted. L-Rock, they call it. Oh no, that's the new one. Wasn't it? Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, maybe not. Alright, it's been operational since 2009. But we want one going back to the 1960s. So that's another question. Is he actually looking at something from 2009 technology or 1960s, 70s? And that could be misleading. Yeah. Sort of thing needs to do some research on. Okay, it's like a little box. You can see here it's got a window it films through. There was various problems with the camera. Camera problems. Static. I don't think it's static though. That's normally one blob of light. But we don't know where his picture was taken from. So it makes it a wee bit hard to research it. Problems, blue lights. Blue specks, maybe. Because there's also red and there's also yellow or yellow green. Kind of makes me wonder if it's like image processing error rather than lights, because you got all the colors there, right? Blue lights. You can see how small it was too. Impact sites. No one's talking about blue. So it makes me wonder if that's where the photograph's from. Anyway, carry on.
Hundreds of moons of Saturn or Jupiter or Mars, none of them are like our moon here on Earth. Our moon is the only moon that acts the way ours is the only moon does, and has its features and qualities. Some people believe that the moon is hollow. Apollo astronauts said that they crashed a satellite into it and the moon rang like a bell. Right? Rang like a bell, as if it were metallic underneath. Vibrations from the satellite crashing into the...
I don't think that's what they said. I think NASA control detected the ringing, not the astronauts. It's not like they landed in here. Ding dong, ding dong. Ringing of the ringing bell. go after. It wasn't lunar crash though, was it? After space junk. Well, just put the moon in. Moon quakes. Moon was ringing like a bell. Neil says on Earth, vibrations from quakes usually die away in about half a minute. Does the moon sound like a bell? No. NASA used, here we go. The lunar modules were built for sole purpose of land, and two men continued. So where's all the aliens in that one? You have to lighten it up. But if you lighten it up, you'll see there is going to be fine dust particles. Where's that tool we use here? Alright. That one. Brightness. Only works on YouTube videos. I better reset it. Alright, I forgot it doesn't work on pictures. Probably have to take that one ourselves. You can see here there's a smudge. Probably someone got the cover of the camera or their finger in the way. Oh, I wasn't meant to use that because it normally stuffs up my stream. But it does work. I don't see any glitches, so hopefully it's alright. New. Actually, no. What is it? Paste. No. Yeah, it did work. That's the Windows snap thing, but I think it messes up with the capture. I better check if it's still working. Oh yeah, I think it's back to normal. It probably glitched for a minute there, did it? So we can now adjust the brightness in the background. You can see it's fairly reflective of the moon here, of the sun. And you can start to see how the image is made up of many images. Slice, 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 slice. So it's not one big image like you get on your smartphone. So let's do a color swap on it. So it's been stitched together from various photographs to give you a widescreen. And we can't quite do much with it. As you can see, doesn't look like there's anything in the background there. Looks like it's been made up of separate images. I could be wrong, of course, but it does sort of have these stripy boxes happening. Back then they used like 16mm, and you can scan those negatives in today to get 4K or 8K quality out of them. But yeah, Can't see any so-called UFOs in the background, or buildings, or crystal domes. But we don't know if that's been touched up or not. You know, original photograph. Carry on. What were we looking for? Let's see. Yeah, ringing of the bell. How did that happen? Okay, so NASA used the spent spacecraft for science, directing these modules for controlled crash into the moon. These crashes cause moonquakes, and scientists measured the vibrations moving through the moon and found it rings like a bell. So I guess they would have had to land sensors onto the moon first, or had the men bang them into the ground for experiments, and then they crashed the debris down there. So having it orbit in the moon as space junk and used it for a science experiment. The real goal of the seismic experiments was to figure out the moon's internal structure. So it could have like pockets of molten water under the moon, even, which would make moon bases more viable, right? Could have methane gas, clumps of ice. All that would cause it to ring, wouldn't it? Water going back and forth for damping it. Though, depends how much in there, I guess. Could have big pockets of lava tubes. So that's one of the sensors, is it? So they did put it on there. So they wouldn't have been hearing that, is what I'm saying. Or feeling it. Because they wouldn't be on there when they're crashing stuff into the moon. I would doubt very much, but never know. Doesn't quite say anything about people being a safe distance away from the crash site. I'd say they'd done it after.
The moon could be felt for hours afterwards and from thousands of miles away. Let your mind chew on that.
What's he chewing on?
What's up, guys? See, people are still coming in just like, Tyler, you're back. I've been back, man, for like a month now. Notifications aren't going out. I don't know what's going on. That's why I say, follow me on Instagram, man. Let's at least get me to 10K on Instagram. We can do that, can't we? And then, because I always post there as well now, when I post a new video. I'm like, hey guys, new video's coming in an hour.
Garbage videos.
Right
okay.
at the time, right at the...
Moving on.
Read some of your comments here.
So he's trying to say these are triangle shapes now.
But
right?
At some point it was leaked. And what we see here, it looks like almost like a triangular hole in the ground with some sort of circular object in the center of it. Right there in the moon.
Blurfo.
Right there next to the craters.
Now we're seeing, I think
the shadows
that.
Make out. It looks like the sun is shining down from up top, up north, shining
craters, down. Right.
So the bottom part of the triangle is in shadow, making it seem like it's a ditch dug in the shape of the triangle. And then we have the circular object, the back of it, also in shadow. But
now let's have a look at some of these shadows here. Well, there's certainly odd shaped one. There's the one that's shaped like a house. All different shapes there. One looks like a TR3B on the edge here. Look. Almost sort of diamond, and there's two diamonds, two ships next together, diamond. But you can see the craters. There's low res, so you can't see the circular outer bit, and there's just shadows going into it. So this is going to be something similar, but this is going to have a pile of rock that's quite reflective in the middle. He's trying to say that's a ship, but you can see here how it sort of goes out. Almost looks like a letter A, you know. What's these extra bits on the end meant to be then? But yeah, I think we've come across that one before, haven't we? Have we got a number for it? Nope. Still no information about it. Triangle shape moon is obviously optical illusion. Right. Shaped moon. Shaped crater. Okay, what do we got here? There it is. That's where you would have got it from. And that famous one there. Low res. So low res. Ridiculous shadow play. What's that one say? Look how low res it is. Yeah, this creator's sort of, you know, you can see here, just from far away shot, a lot of the stuff on the lunar thing has really white, chalky, highly reflective rocks on it as well. So I guess he got it from this one up here. It's got the same circle around it. Bingo. And it's from the Mirror. A credible source of information. Nope. Value privacy. Bullcrap, you don't. Okay. So what crap are they saying here? So there's the famous ones that he keeps putting up. Looks like a bit sticking up, but it actually is, when you see the high res version of it, it's actually a rock there, and it's inside a crater on the edge, and it creates this weird casting shadow which looks like three-dimensional something. Is this Scott C. Warren that's putting these ones up? There you go, the distinctive triangle marking doesn't appear in their pictures of the moon. That's because it depends on the sun angle at the time, of course. Secureteam, there you go. Repeating the same garbage that comes from him. Back to 800,000 things, so he's repeating it from then. A few years ago. He questions why they disappear in their photos. Well, obviously, different lighting, different angle, looking down. But there's no real, no one's been asked from NASA to talk about it. Yeah, that looks like a triangle, but it's obviously a reflection of some sort of hole in the ground. I think it's the same as that one there, look. That's a better shaped triangle even. So that's the only one we got. And it only comes from Tyler. Is it? Echo chamber. Search Google. Luna. Probably won't come up with anything. Mirror again. Another newspaper box, what's UK. I want to see the newer images of it so we can see what it actually was. There you go, Scott C. Warren. It's got to be the same thing. SecureTeam, there you go. It's just everywhere. That's why he gets so much traffic. People just suck up this nonsense. Yeah, so do we get triangle shapes on planet Earth? Probably. Let's have a look. Natural triangles in nature. There you go. Let's have a look. Symmetry between leaves. That doesn't sort of count. I won't say that was a triangle. I thought she was going to give us something really good there for a minute. Do triangles appear in nature? Triangles are in nature. Grass, rocks, leaves, and flower petals. We just looked at some of those. Some grass and flower petals make an isosceles triangle. Rocks and leaves can be found or made into any triangles. And we know they can be made by man, but we want to know from nature. Are there perfect triangles in nature? No physical triangle can ever be totally perfect, and they're not perfect triangles in his ones either. You can see that. Yeah. What's that called? Asparagus? No. What do you call that salad plant that they have in America? Artichoke. Artichoke, yeah. I want to see some natural rocks though. Natural rocks would be good. Honeycomb. Yeah, man-made stuff. Yep, we know that's going to be possible. Here we go. Made into cubes. I thought it was going to be... Oh, what's this one? Triangles in nature. That's weird. And what's that saying about it? Well, those peaks definitely look triangular. Right. Same as what you're getting down in Antarctica. Okay, here's some naturally made ones from space. So if you can get them on Earth, then you should be able to get them on the Moon. Which ones? They're kind of strange looking. Hey, look at that. Whereabouts is that? Google Earth. It's got some coordinates there, but yeah, a bit hard to see. I won't say that was a really good triangle, but here's some other ones. What's this? Part of a mountain edge. Oh yeah. Sideways on. Definitely triangular. So how would that work on the Moon? Impact coming down. Yeah, those ones definitely not man-made. And you only see them from way up in space, right? Almost looks like a sculpture, doesn't it? Harmonics in Iran. Okay. So, how did they form though? Wind, and water erosion, which can't happen on the Moon. So, very interesting, but we need to move on. Certainly straight edges there, wasn't there? Probably need to wrap up soon though. Moon, greater triangle shape. Okay, what are they saying here? Lauristine is a lunar impact crater that is located just behind the east southern limb of the Moon. The crater is situated roughly blah blah blah, so that three form a equilateral triangle. Okay, here we go. And need to probably look at that one closer. Is that the one he's looking at, maybe? Catch a glimpse of this area under favorable conditions. Illumination. There's a break in the rim to the north, and a pair of small craters lie across the northwest rim. Is indented slightly, resulting in a near straight length. So that must be how what he's looking at is formed. Yeah, we're finding out more and more. But can I see a near perfect triangle in that one? Straight sides. That one there, maybe. You think they're drawing around what they're talking about, because I'm not seeing anything obvious. Where's the straight side? Because we're looking at a 2D of a 3D landscape, right? This is obviously sunken in. You can see the shadows. So where's this triangle shape? Is it through the shadows, or is it through a line of rocks or something? Everyone's probably screaming at me. There it is, down to the right, down to the left. Maybe let's keep searching. But I don't see it there myself. What they're trying to point out. Okay, what do we got here? The Miller crater. Is that one? So, are they saying it's a triangle too? In the center of the triangle formed by much larger craters. Remember, the craters are irregular, slightly oblong, or long dimensional, orientated along the north-south axis. Perpendicular linear formation. So what are we looking at here? Well, you must admit it doesn't quite look like a crater anymore. Looks like another impact here caused that to come out here. And that almost looks like a straight edge running along here, doesn't it? Is that what they're talking about? Right angle. It's all boring to me, looking at craters. Oh. Triangle, the triangle method, applets. What the hell are they talking about there? Right. Galactic images. Let's have a look at that one. Suppose it's out in space. Hubble filmed it, is it? Alright. Looks like it's somewhere on the moon. Day 5 of my high resolution moon week. Okay. Never heard of it. I thought we were going to get something good then. Strange and perplexing images. Let's have a look at that one. Ah, is that the one Tyler's pointing at? Okay. These ones were caused by leaky fluid in the camera. And that's another one, leaky fluids. Okay, this could be what he's looking at. The Earcrypt crater. And effect. That looks like the edge of the lunar module. Looks like one of the nozzles of the. Looks like something coming. Yeah, it looks like something on the lunar module itself, like a rocket engine on the side, doesn't it? But you gotta remember it's twisted image. I'm sure it's been worked out. Oh, there's a picture of some of the equipment they got there. Clearly reflecting back. Looks artificial. It looks very blurry. And it looks like another oval shaped rock. Is it cylinder shape they're saying? I don't think so. Where's that? That there. Another conspiracy site. Okay, what else we got? Probably should move on anyway. Block. I'll just carry on.
But we can see the top of it because the sun is hitting it. Thank you, Richard Redding. I appreciate that, man. Does this look natural to you guys?
Just got a donation. Yes, it looks
Mexico,
national. Blurfo.
Germany. Right in the middle, what you're seeing here, I mean, it's you can see one right here. See that little head there in the middle?
I have debunked this fully and given you a full breakdown of overlays of how it works. The guy that took the photographs for that sent it to Dr. Leir ended up being Dr. Leir's famous alien enhanced aliens. He had an expert that enhanced the images, but what it turns out to be is internal camera reflection. And what these aliens are actually little screw heads. I'm not sure what you call them, but they're like little heads that separate and clip into place and lock the lens on. You slide it in and then rotate the lens. And because he had a mismatch of camera lenses, they're a bit floppy, and of course the mirror was reflecting the edge of where the rim of the. So you can
see the heads moving.
No, you can't. Well, yes, you can. Well, what happened is the guy knew what he was doing, and he was wiggling the telephoto lens so the screw heads would flop around, and it looked like little alien heads. But yeah, you know, if you don't watch my stuff, you wouldn't know that. And of course, I do prove it. I get a internal lens. It's called a bevel, and I overlay, and you can see the hole matches up throughout some of the images that I chose.
Like they're communicating with one another as this thing sits static in the sky. There we go.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
This looks like something the government created. Because the government back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay, this one was a hoax. It was actually a kite with some lead torches on it.
90s admitted that they were working on the TR3B.
But this isn't.
Went all over. And it had.
This is actually a fake. So I made up a kite with LEDs in it. Just trying to get it. Here it is here. You can find it in my episodes, and I've actually got a shot of the real thing, of the craft, the model they made. Had a laser pointer here that shone, they turned on remotely, and they had various LEDs in the corner and on the end. Again, he knows this is fake. But I think I've put it in one called which I keep going over with him because he keeps repeating it. Black triangles. Okay. I've probably spelled it wrong, have I? Okay, how's it going? This one here. Black triangles with SecureTeam pushing along BS. So I'll post that one on the side for you to have a watch. SecureTeam triangles. Or TR3Bs busted. Right. Eventually people are going to wise up. Hopefully, I'm hoping they will one day. I think that one's in that video. I just posted a link on the side. I suppose I could play it and just find it. Have we got chapters on it? Probably not. Probably would help if it had chapters on it. Pretty sure it's in this one. Looks like it's on low res at the moment. That's a solar tube balloon, by the way. That's another one he keeps putting up. Here we go. I just moved it. So that's the image he just brought up for you. Both of those images. And when did he do that? Quite a long time ago. Because I already debunked. Here's a laser being turned on. Laser pen. Debunk case number 3. Who was it that debunked it? Debunked Koi UFO video 96. Appeared to show black triangle. Video was first uploaded by YouTube September 2008. Way before I started my channel. In fact, the detail below, blah blah blah. Okay, let's keep on going. In fact, it was a triangular model created by Jeff Wilson of Morrison, Tennessee. Okay. And Joshua Warren, know that guy? Kindly confirmed to me in 2015 that the video does indeed show Jeff Wilson's UFO. Just another hoax, guys, and here's a picture of it. Bingo! Is that that's Joshua Warren, isn't it? So you got the light there, lights strung along the back here, and a laser pointer. And that was a kite flying around. You'd think that wouldn't fly, but this shows you what's able to be done. Anyway, debunked. No. So who's going to send me hundreds of dollars for showing you what they really are?
Audio. I've never seen a clip of this that had audio.
Main battle tank. Its outer skin is resistant
Camilla.
to radar and can change reflectiveness and color. The TR3.
Crap, isn't it?
They're not aliens that we can see.
Okay. Just obviously I'm not going to be able to go through all of it, but you can see it's just nonsense.
Look at this thing shooting.
Capability of space travel.
Okay, he's gone back to this one here. I think these will be like little seed pods in the air. It looks like it's out of focus. It's just a photograph, is it? Is that what we got?
Conspiracy box. Audio coming out of my speakers, but I can't hear it in my headphones, so you guys may not hear it, but who cares? The video, basically it's people in Jordan speaking another language, not knowing what they're seeing.
Okay, it's probably like a little seed pod. Won't go over those. Could be a distant hot, not a weather balloon, but maybe some other one of those clear wedding balloons, the clear ones they have.
It's very strange. This thing almost looks identical to what was filmed out of the cockpit of one of the fighter jets that was part of the image leaks.
Nonsense.
That came out with the Pentagon leaks, and I'll show you in a minute.
So the movement is there in the camera.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. We are Rip City. I'll get to you. How much do you think religion?
It could even be like a bug. That one that's out of focus. Okay, what else we got? Tic Tat. We covered this one not long ago. The Dumbbell International Space UFOs. Was it the last video that we did this? It's not a UFO, it's just lens flare. It's reflecting off parts of the space station. Reflection, not lens flare, I don't think. There was lens flare in the video as well, but this one was a reflection as the sun was coming around of some part, like down there or whatever. Let's just carry on.
Photo here. Alright, let's go back to UFO videos. So, artillery test. So, there you go.
We know these space junk from these are generally what do you call it, fuel tanks from rockets. And obviously these models dropping marbles or something, saying it's a UFO dropping stuff. So we know what they are because we know the real stories are on that. It's got a lot of fiber. What do you call it? Carbon fiber, fiberglass, and all that sort of stuff. High pressure tanks. So he's trying to say that's UFOs now, is he?
Natural sky phenomena, most likely.
What, you mean he's being honest? Oh, loose substance being honest.
Wave that Bruce Caesar just captured.
Bruce Caesar is another fraud. Won't go into him because I've got to wrap up now.
Wild stuff. Crow 777 did a video.
There's also another fraud. Won't go into him, but his lunar wave was actually just atmospherics from a plane contrail that you didn't see passing the moon. So yeah.
On the lunar wave years ago, and
which was a plane contrail. Okay, it's been debunked. It's been duplicated.
Like I was in the Matrix land here.
Okay, we've pretty much finished up, I think. Debunked it all.
Put it in a video. I'll post it on Discord.
That was his best UFO videos, was it? New UFO videos. What? They were all old videos from what I saw. Just a bunch of garbage. Okay, we're just going to wrap up there for today. And maybe do another show again in 2 days. Maybe do some MUFON ones because these guys are just hopeless. There'd be better stuff on MUFON to look at. So I'm just going to wrap up now. And I'll see you again. You see how bad it is to scale it up without any algorithms. It gets really blocky. So yeah, just end this and say good night, and we'll see you again in the future. Where's the music? Give me music. There we go. So yeah, fancy not getting any new decent UFO videos today. Not surprised. Just more garbage. Sad, really. And people throw money at him for that garbage. Hoaxes and misidentifications.